Let's count down the top 10 rides at Fårup Sommerland. Number 10, Mine-Expressen. Get your mining hats on and your flashlights at the ready, as for our first adventure of many, we are going to board an old runaway mine train for a gold rush expedition quite different from the rest. And no, I am not just talking about the fact that your train will be twisting, turning and dropping, causing me at least to gold on tight. But unlike my horrendous puns that honestly aren't that great, on the park's oldest roller coaster, you will be doing all of this through some stunning woodlands, which if brings some light to your day too, then you are in luck as the Mine Train Express is just about to dispatch. Choo choo. Number 9, Fårup Rafting. Let's be honest, Denmark is not known for its sunny weather, but no matter whether it is sunny, raining or snowing, well maybe not snowing, a trip down this rather unusual pirate and lumberjack inspired river should always be near the top of your bucket list. But before you get out those swords or axes, be aware that it is not only incredible theming and endless soaking surprises, i.e. giant water cannons, that lie deep within your journey, but also some great family memories too, when watching each other's very different reactions as a result of all 8 passengers facing one another. Number 8, Træstammerne. From one water ride to the next, if you do not get wet enough on Fårup Rafting and are looking for even more soaking fun, then look no further, as even though this log flume lacks on all of the stunning scenery and hilarious interactions with the other guests, the thrills definitely makes up for that, with your log, which will suggest the wettest experience, sitting near the front of, heading around a few turns, in addition to not 1, not 2, but a total of 3 giant drops into the water below, leaving some of you in your group making the most of the on-site dryers. Basically 2 rides in 1 then. Number 7, Flagermusen. One of the biggest things that I love about Fårup Sommerland is its landscaping, and with this wild mouse right here, feeling as if it does not fully flow as well as the other rides do, to be honest, I wouldn't be too disappointed if we see it removed in the future. Yet for as long as it remains at the park, its many bat-themed sharp twists, turns, drops and airtime hills, as well as those non-stop spinning cars that you either love or hate, will always have a home on our top 10 list. Well, that is as long as they don't keep adding world-class rides such as Fønix and Lynet to their lineup. Number 6, Saven. How many rides would a woodchop take if a woodchop could ride Saven? And the answer to that would be an endless number, because on this new for 2020 adventure, not only will your log travel forwards, but backwards too. And for any of my fellow lumberjacks whom has not experienced this rather unusual sensation before, make sure to watch the layout when going through it forwards, as when you make it to the top of a water tower, the track ends and you begin to drop backwards, not knowing when the next big drop, turn or in this instance splash effect is, can be a thrilling experience that you would never forget. Ding ding. Number 5, Orkanen. Only by hearing the name Orkanen, which for us English viewers out there is Danish for hurricane, will instantly make you think that you are about to be blown away. And you would not be wrong, just probably not in the way you're thinking, because from the moment you set up that flawless lift hill, to dropping literally into a lake, to racing around its many twists, turns, drops and airtime hills at speeds of up to 41 miles per hour, your legs will be completely dangling. Wow, that is crazy. And as a quick tip before we move on, be sure to arrive here early, as with it only having a one train operation, queues can get very long on those busy days. Number 4, Falken. Before taking flight on this woody for our first time last year, countless reviews gave us the impression that this was an unbearably rough ride, and do not get me wrong, compared to the other attractions at the park, it is definitely not the smoothest, but A, it is miles smoother than any rides we have back home in the UK, plus B, bouncing around whilst dropping down giant drops, flying over airtime hills and making your way around many wood and steel elements just adds a little bit of classic charm to this coaster. So call me crazy or honest, but before you make your mind up, fly with the Falken, as you never know, you might love it as much as we did. Number 3, Hvirvelvinden. Sorry for my pronunciation, guys, but it is time for a gyro swing, one of, if not the most thrilling types of rides on the planet. And despite me normally suggesting to avoid these common types of rides and do the more unique ones instead, in this instance, I would actually recommend that all of those adrenaline junkies out there jump aboard, as in a nutshell you will rock back and forth, higher and higher, until you are spinning at such a scary speed and height that you would feel like screaming at the top of your lungs. But do not do that either, because this ride also has inwards facing seats, this time however allowing you to laugh at everyone else's scared faces. Number 2, Lynet. Located right next to Hvirvelvinden in both our list and at the park, this launch, inverting and twisting coaster is crazily enough more intense than it looks from off-ride. Although before we get onto that, I've got to talk about the queue line, as even though it rarely has a long one, take a minute to look around all of those little touches, immersing you in the storyline whilst also keeping the park's rustic charm before you even get onto the ride itself. And it only gets better from there, with it featuring 3 sections, airtime, inversions and turns, all with some awesome but highly thrilling elements, causing even the bravest of thrill seekers to hold on tight, especially on that launch. Number 1, Fønix. To think that there's a ride like this in Fårup Sommerland still does not seem right. However, not only does it look phenomenal within the park's lineup, but out of the 5 or 6 times that we've ridden it on opening day, it failed to disappoint either. In fact, it actually got better, with some of the faster rides making you fly out of your seat over its 14 airtime points, whereas the slower ones give you crazy amount of upside down hang time as you head around its inversions. So what are you waiting for, with so many other amazing aspects too, such as the Heartline roll through the station? This alone is worth an entire trip to Denmark. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.